everybody. I'm Wendy Cohn-Osborne, and this is Dr. Lisa Piper. We are the Code Girls, and today we're just going to talk to you about rethinking your medicine cabinet. So here are the problems. I want to ask every one of you, although after you've been here for the weekend, hopefully you won't have a lot of stress, but how many of you on a daily basis deal with some sort of stress? Raise your hand. A lot of you, right? How many of you have allergies right now? I know that where we are in Florida, it's thick, the pollen. How many of you struggle getting a good night's sleep? Right? Sleep is the most important thing that we all need. So my last question is, how many of you like side effects? We all joke when we see those TV commercials, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, right? Rash, say it, all of them, right? Suicidal, right? And even
possible death?
Death, right? Nobody likes side effects. So we have the answer for you. It's the Code Kit, and it is an alternative to over-the-counter and prescription medications. Okay? It is non-toxic, drug-free, it's convenient, and zero side effects. It is safe for everyone. Our products are safe for children, infants, toddlers, the elderly. Albert Einstein said, frequency medicine is the medicine of the future, and the future is now. And that is because the field governs the particles.
So let's talk a little bit about quantum health and healing. Everything is an exchange of energy. Ever walk into a room and just feel that something's not right and want to turn around and leave? Or you ever walk into a space and everybody's celebrating and all of a sudden you're smiling? That's an exchange of information. Essentially, that's what we're doing with Code. And we're also adopting a very holistic approach because, like Wendy said, it's drug-free, it's non-toxic, it's a therapeutic. It's literally one ingredient, energized saline solution, and it's what you're made out of. Anybody ever see the research done by Dr. Masaru Emoto? Yeah, even a thought, when you're freezing a water droplet, even a thought of gratitude, of love, it shows you what it does to the body. We're made of water. So essentially what we're talking about when we talk about information medicine and infoceuticals are that exchange of how energy, subtle energy patterns are influencing us on a biological level. And there's so many frequency therapies out there, modalities, and Code products work synergistically with all of them. We're just using energy to influence our biology. It's really that simple. We call them bioenergetic therapeutics, and we have 10 formulas. We have a muscle and joint formula, pain and inflammation, weight loss, general cellular health, which is a daily formula. Antivirus literally saved my life during the pandemic, and it's how we got involved in this company to begin with. My father was the neighbor to this brilliant biologist named Dr. John McMichael, and he coined the term resonant molecular signaling. And he's been researching these molecular formulas that he's created for 40 years. So what we've done is we've taken the information from his molecular formulas to create Code. We'll talk about that a little bit further. Aside from the antivirus formula, we also have a pulmonary formula, an allergy formula, a protect formula, a stress relief formula, which is a game changer. And let's face it, every human that raised their hand in this room that has stress daily could use this formula. And a sleep formula for those of you that raised your hand that because you struggle with a good night's sleep. So talking about an energetic signature and what we've done. We've taken Dr. McMichael's molecular formulas and we've mapped the energetic blueprint of that formula. And that's what creates the Code. And all of these codes that we're using in each of the 10 formulas can be personalized, and you can use them however you need them. The only one that has a very specific protocol is antivirus. And a lot of people ask us, are you homeopathy? Is this homeopathy? And we always say, this is like next level homeopathy, because we're starting from a molecular formula. It's not the dilution of the dilution of the dilution, and then all that's left is the frequency. We're actually mapping the energetic information in a molecular formula, and that's what's being digitized into the code. So saline solution is the carrier, and all that the saline does is deliver that healthy code to your unhealthy cells. And when you think about the body and the cells, everything is oscillating to create one body. But when one cellular communication gets disrupted, it creates an imbalance. So all 10 of the formulas restore balance based on the function of the formula. And really what we're doing is we're up or down regulating, and we're doing that all through cellular signaling.
So how does code work? Everyone asks us this question. What we do, just like Lisa said, we have these formulas, molecular formulas that were created by Dr. John McMichael. These molecular formulas and the information of these formulas are captured, and we take the information and we store them and we digitize them into the code. And it's the code that does the work. The code carries the information with subtle energy patterns, and it's infused into the one ingredient, saline solution, that holds the information. And this is why we chose the saline solution, because it's salt water and energy, and this is what we're made of. And it's safe for everyone. So if any of you were ever at the hospital or taken by ambulance, the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to give you saline solution. So it's safe for everyone.
And think back to the slide that I showed you a few minutes ago with Dr. Emoto's research. We know that water holds information, and especially when it's mineralized with a content of sodium chloride, which is the salt. So it's literally what you're made out of. In fact, a lady came up earlier and she said, I feel like I just tasted my tears. And I'm like, yeah, I like that. You're drinking your happy tears, because in a minute after you experience this calm, it's going to feel like happy tears, right? You relieve that stress a little bit.
So you think of the word bioenergetic therapeutics. It's a big word. And what we like to do is we just like to give an example of how in the real world we are digitizing our code. So back in the day, I sound so old. Back in the day, we had
You are old.
We had photography. Photographers, and we still have photography, right? But we had cameras. And the cameras, we took pictures with film. And then we took that film and we put it into the darkroom. And in the darkroom, the photographer would take a mixture of all kinds of chemicals, and then the actual paper would also have chemicals on it. And then ultimately, you would come out with the image that you captured from that camera. Well, in today's world, we all have our cell phones. And with one press of a button, in a digitized fashion, we capture the same image. That it took someone to take a picture and do that whole process. So that's how we like to explain it, is as simple as digital photography, capturing that image of information.
So does anybody here care about the research?
Raise your hand, come on.
Come on. All
right.
right. I know, we all want to know the truth. We all want traceability and transparency. So really, it's just been up until recently that we're able to show the physiological effects of energy medicine and these infoceuticals. What has restricted us in the past is actually having the technology to be able to measure it. And still, we don't have technology that can tell you in each bottle that there's anything other than saline solution. But when you take a drop and then you can measure the effects on the body, that's where it gets exciting. So I don't know, has anyone heard of the BioWell device? Gas discharge visualization device, measures biophotonic emission. So this is us using the water sensor, and the orange dots are saline solution, just baseline medical grade saline solution that we get from a company called Fisher Scientific. And it is FDA approved saline solution. They use it in hospitals, in labs, all these things. Then you can see the calm is the purple. So we then tested the water with the calm that's been imprinted with calm, and you can see that it is more coherent, less chaotic. So that's what it's doing on our bodies on a cellular level. You can see in the image all the way to the left, the energy field is significantly larger. The intensity in calm is also higher, and the area deviation shows that it's more stable. With live blood microscopy, we've seen some individuals that have had their blood cells, really the red blood cells are all kind of clumped together, and some of them have little spiky shapes to them. And after one drop of calm, it's incredible. The blood starts to flow. The shape of the blood, it's like the cells are being healed. And you can see that here as well. You can see how it's really, the top image there is showing poor circulation, inflammation. This person, I know factually, was very fatigued and not very healthy. After one drop of calm, 30 minutes later, the bottom image is the result. So that's pretty exciting.
For those of you that are familiar with BrainTap, when you go to BrainTap here, you see that they use something called a neural check device. And that neural check device works, and it's on the heart rate variability, excuse me. And it measures the heart rate variability. Thank you. That was the word.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So when you measure the heart rate variability, what we've done is the same thing as what BrainTap does. But what we've done is we've taken the measurement of the heart rate variability in a baseline. We've administered one drop of calm, and 30 minutes later, we took another reading. And this is what we saw. The autonomic nervous system, this individual, the autonomic nervous system significantly dropped from 224 to 56. That's with one drop of calm in 30 minutes. The psycho-emotional state was at 55%. And then with one drop of calm, 30 minutes later, it went to 98%. Significantly. Energy resources is very important because if you're stressed, you're utilizing your energy improperly. And you see the shift, and you can even see in the pyramid how it expanded. So the energy went from 166 to 396, and the energy balance, just as important, went from 0.71 to 1.21.
Do you happen to know the biological age difference?
I do.
Because I didn't make a slide of that, but it's pretty important.
The biological age of this person when she took it was 55 last year. And the reason why I know is because I was that person. And we don't have the graph of it, but my biological age on a good day is about 47, 48 back last year. When I took a drop of calm, my biological age went to 31. And that is significant. But the more significant thing is when I took this test, I chose to not take any of our code products for 1 week. When I took one drop of calm, I didn't realize after I saw the before and after how highly stressed I really was. And I think that's so important that we all understand that even though we all work and act at this level, we all are acting and working at a level that is so much higher in stress than we actually understand that's happening. Right?
Yeah, and we become accustomed to that. It becomes our new normal. We're just operating in stress all the time that we don't even realize that we're operating in stress. And when we can reduce the stress in the body, seemingly unrelated issues automatically resolve.
So what I want to say is, with one drop of calm in 30 minutes, to be able to reduce my numbers that way, imagine what taking calm every day can do just to help. Calm is incredible. It helps with a gamut of issues, from daily stressors all the way to children with ADHD, on the spectrum, because it's safe for everyone.
Even dogs, like Wendy's dog is afraid of thunder or lightning or fireworks. And one drop of calm and the dog is chill. And dogs don't lie.
They don't. It's true.
The future of bioenergetics is limitless, and we are so excited because we know that as technology evolves, medicine is going to evolve, and we're at the forefront of that. The other thing we want to mention is that all of our products work synergistically with everything else you're already doing. It can't hurt. It only can help. For example, say that you're offering hydrogen inhalation therapy in your office. Wouldn't you want your client or patient to be able to breathe deeper? Think about it. As they check in, you give them a drop of breathe. Within 15 minutes, they're starting to breathe easier. Now they can get more out of their therapy. Same thing, you're a yoga teacher, you're getting ready to teach meditation. Your students run in last minute. Did I make it on time for class? This is a yoga and meditation class. Let's give you some calm. Settle in, you've arrived, and now you can go deeper into your practice. Your body can become more flexible, your mind can become more flexible. You can live your life from that grounded, centered space, and that influences everybody, because when you project that, that's the information in the field. That's what we want. That's how we create a better world. And that's our vision.
So, if you don't already know who we are and you already don't follow us, you can follow us on Instagram at Code Health Shop. You can take a look at our website, www.codehealthshop.com.
All right, and if you have not yet been to Biohackers World, guess what? We're coming to Chicago in July and Miami in November. You absolutely want to be there. These events are unlike anything else, and I've never even seen a longevity and health optimization conference in Chicago. So I'm so excited to see all of you in Chicago at Biohackers World.